Hey, this is Greg Ryder. Welcome, CEO of LaunchCart coming at you. Hey, I'm excited. Once a week we do a live and we introduce you to concepts and strategies and tactics. And what we like to do is we like to introduce you to new partners that we're working with and vendors that we're working with. And we have a synergistic relationship with LaunchCart and what they're doing. Well, today I'm super excited to introduce you to a new company, a new technology, and literally, I believe you're going to be the first group ever to see this new technology. And it's fantastic. And the real quick story is I got introduced to, I don't even remember how I got introduced to it, but I got introduced to a guy named John Foote, and he started a company that was a precursor to what you're going to see today. And he had a whole slew of celebrities that he was working with and helping them monetize their fan base. And of course, I was attracted to that because of what we're doing with celebrities, influencers, and brands at LaunchCart. And I ended up reaching out and I got on his platform. And that's actually how I met Nathan Osmond, who now is one of our brand ambassadors and one of our clients at LaunchCart. So let me go ahead and bring on John Foote. Hey, John, thanks for joining
Greg,
me.
How you doing? Doing well. How are you doing?
So I'm excited about this partnership we have going on. And why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and kind of how this all came to fruition in just a few minutes, and then we'll bring on the other part of your team and we'll kind of get into this presentation.
You bet. You bet. Actually, you and I met through Renee.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Renee brought us together
Right.
probably a year or so back. But no, I appreciate you bringing us on like this and having give us a platform for a few minutes to talk to some of your audience, because like you said, we haven't really announced this to anybody. It's new. It's exciting. I am the president and co-founder of what was called Rave VIP. And Rave VIP was an idea I came up with about 2.5 years ago. I spent about a dozen years in the music industry. And during that time, I did everything in the business development you could think of. I was even bringing in private acts. I was bringing in rebranding of merchandise. The list goes on. Anything you think of behind the scenes, sound reinforcement. And so at one point I started doing backstage VIP events. And the one thing I kept seeing over and over and over was this connection that would occur, not only from the stage to the audience, the fans out there, but then I would bring anywhere from 10 to 50 people backstage, and they'd have a meet and greet with these artists. And I kept seeing that connection, how just amazing it was that these people just wanted to have a piece of this artist, this person they looked up to, this hero, the songs that they've sang for the last 20, 30 years, and they cried to and laughed to and all that. And so when I put it all together, it was like, there has to be a better way for us to be able to bring the fan experience with a celebrity or artist together, where it doesn't have to require an actual event. And so I came up with the idea of what was called RAVE, which at the time stood for Real Artist Video Engagement, RAVE. And of course, the VIP was the VIP experience. And it allowed for artists to join our platform, have their own unique URL within the platform. And we had 4 major pillars. And the pillars were, we had to have a live interaction like we're doing here, which we did. We had to have the ability to have a scheduler built in so that the celebrity could go into the platform and put in their dates and times they had availability to have the one-on-one with their fans. The third was a payment portal, and the fourth was security. So we spent over a year building out Rave as our alpha, knowing that we probably would iterate as time went on into something bigger and better. And that's what we've done here, and you'll hear more about that in a few minutes. So Rave became our alpha. We had about 100 celebrities on it, everything from rock and rollers, Pink's bass player and drummer, Rudy Sarzo from Quiet Riot, White Snake and Ozzy, to celebrities who do the Comic-Cons every year. And ended up being just a fantastic experience. We garnered a lot of great information on what worked, what didn't work. But most importantly, we found that experience between that engagement experience between the fan and celebrity was just huge. And so as time went on, we realized we wanted to bring this out to the world, because there's other people like influencers, right? Professionals. They wanted to have that experience. And so we've created the next iteration now so that everybody has the ability to connect with someone that they feel is important enough to spend money on, to have that one-on-one time with them. And we call it latest iteration WITH, W-I-T-H. And we'll be going over that here in just a few minutes when I'll introduce our CMO and our CEO to you guys.
Wow, that's very cool. So there you go. The life of a guy that had an exciting life, working and doing these backstage VIP events with some of the coolest, entertainers in the world, and then saying, "How can I solve a problem and bring this online?" And that's kind of what they've done. So it's pretty cool. Well, let's go ahead and bring on your CMO and say hi to him. Hey, David.
Hey guys, how's it going? Let me get in front of the camera there.
Going good.
Great to be with you, John and Greg. Thanks for having me. Some quick background on who I am is I first kind of cut my teeth in marketing when I was in college and decided that I wanted to try and get free outdoor gear from a bunch of brands. And I had happened to intern in some spaces and was really good at faking things. So I launched a creative studio helping outdoor startups create content and social media strategies around what they were doing. And they had either the budget for great content and no strategy behind it, or the strategy and someone who could build it out, but no one who could create the content. So we filled the need, and I got more free gear than I know what to do with still. And from there, was lucky enough to fall in with Red Bull and really made the first leap of my career with Red Bull North America, running their marketing out in the Midwest and learning what it means to build an engageable brand that people want to associate with, have brand pillars that really move people to engage and have this affinity for whatever is going on. The last few years before jumping over here to With, I worked in a digital marketplace and building a digital marketplace, really the Uber for hourly wage earners, that was just acquired by a startup out of Sydney, Australia. And you're going to be hearing a lot about them in the near future, but I'm excited for what I have now here with and the future we have that we're building here. It's just this idea of democratizing access, like John was talking about, where people need to engage with new different types of folks, where this idea of, traditional gatekeeping of access and, who can meet with who and the barriers that are in front of that, we can really monetize access and then make it much easier for people to engage with one another. And if you have an audience, if you're interested, Ken, our CEO, is going to walk you through the most exciting stuff that we've seen coming in this change in the playing field. So thanks for having me. I'm excited to jump in more.
No, that's very cool. Now, if you have any of that stuff that you were getting free, you need an e-commerce platform to sell it. I'm involved with a company called
Monetize. I have a garage full of it and a wife who would love if I would start to offload some of my stuff. So we'll talk after this, Greg.
Okay. Well, with that being said, let's bring on Ken into the picture here and say hi to Ken. And John, make the introduction to Ken and how he came into your world.
Well, hey, thanks so much again. Kendall came into our world a little over a year ago through a mutual friend, and his background is extensive in several different areas, including branding and business development and a few others he'll go over with you. But he's been just a godsend for us. We've been able to take the Ray VIP concept on the bones of that, create with, and Kendall has been really the mindset behind the rebranding of the look and feel and the name of this new company, which we're able to still live within there, but it opens it up, like we said before, to a much bigger audience. And I'll let Kendall go over exactly his background and how it's going to look and feel.
Cool. Thanks, John. Greg, I want to let you know anything that David sells on Launchcart from his garage goes through me first. I did on all the outdoor gear. In fact, I think I've already borrowed some.
That reminds me of something my dad used to say. He's like, I'm in the room, I'm in the deal. So technically in the room, in the deal, get my piece of the pie.
I'm going to head over there after this and pick up a few things, and then he can take it all to Launchcart.
Okay.
Cool.
Take it away, Kendall.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for having us on again, Greg. I really appreciate it. I'll spare you my full resume, but I do have a background in advertising, branding, as well as product design and user experience. And I'm an influencer. Okay. I'm not really an influencer, but I'm interested in them and specifically in the creator economy. We live in a world now where it's so easy for creators to have access to huge audiences and niche audiences that are large and are very interested in the things that they are sharing, the knowledge they have, the experiences that they're creating. And the creator economy is this word that describes the fact that those creators now have the ability to make careers out of the expertise they have and the things that they're creating. And it's easier for some creators than it is for others. Some, big creators that we see go quote unquote viral, they get a lot of money from the platforms they're on and from the brands that they partner with. But there's also a lot of other creators who may not have these gigantic audiences, but they have eager audiences, avid audiences that really want to meet with them and talk with them. And just as the internet has given creators and experts access to these large audiences, we are trying to create a platform. We've created it now, a platform where audiences can get access to them. And that's really cool for the audiences. That is, that's amazing. That means that in the future, once this product is released, I can, if I was really interested in screenwriting, which a while ago, that was something I was really big into. I could go and talk with a screenwriter on this platform, show them, my script and get their feedback on it. And we can kind of, break a story down beat by beat and work together on something. So we're trying to create that kind of access for everyone. Now, the interesting thing here is by providing that kind of access to audiences, we are creating a new way for creators and experts to monetize the work that they do. And that's kind of goes back to what we're talking about here today, the creator economy. This is a brand new revenue stream for creators, influencers, experts, and professionals. We'll go into how this works a little bit later. But I want to talk about a little bit more about that problem. And feel free to jump in, ask me questions as I'm going through this. I don't want to kind of railroad the conversation, but a lot of these creators, especially these mid-tier creators that we're talking about and experts on the internet, they have thousands or hundreds of thousands of views, but they only bring in a few dollars a day from these platforms. And they're really, like this other quote here says, they're at the mercy of the big platforms and brands. But we really believe here at With that anyone who is interesting, anyone who is an expert or a creator with an audience and has value to share can make money by meeting with those people. And so we've built a platform where anybody can pay to talk with the creators and experts on this marketplace. And that's exclusive access, we like to say, available to everyone. That goes back to what David said about democratizing this type of an experience. And so who's this for? We like to say it's for anyone who's interesting. Creators and influencers, these are the people that you've probably heard the thing, it's an age-old adage. If you could have any lunch or dinner with anyone in the world, who would it be? We want you to be able to meet with those people. And then on the other side, there's experts and professionals. These are the people that you want an answer from. These are the people that you want to, you may have a very specific question and no one else can answer it but this person. And we want you to be able to get on and have a face-to-face interaction with those people. And that's what's exciting about this. This marketplace that I'll show you when we get into the demo is going to be a place where if an expert or a creator is on this marketplace, as a member of With, that you can come schedule a time with them, meet with them, and have this experience. And the creator will get paid for that time. And that's one of the really cool things about the creator economy that we live in now is people want to fund and pay the creators and experts that they follow. They want to see their careers go further and see them create more things and share more value. And we're just trying to make a way for people to do that and a way for creators and experts to monetize their audiences. So
if I could jump in just real quick, because, with our LaunchCart customer base, we have celebrities and influencers that can leverage this platform and allow their fans to communicate and talk to them. But I also want to plant this seed. I want every LaunchCart seller, store owner to really pay attention to what we're talking about, because people come to us all the time because of our company, Celebrity Lifestyle Brands. And with Celebrity Lifestyle Brands, we've worked with a lot of celebrities. So a lot of people come to us going, I want celebrity endorsements. I want celebrities to help promote my brands, promote my product. So if I'm not mistaken, we could use your platform for them to go pay $5, $10, $50, $100, whatever that cost for that particular celebrity influencer is, to say, hey, here's my store, here's my brand. Would you be interested in doing something with me? Which is exactly how I got Nathan Osmond on our platform to be a brand ambassador for us. So I just wanted to kind of plant that seed that I know your agenda is you want influencers on and using the platform, but I want my customers to come and pay the platform to get access to influencers, sell more stuff on my platform, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, there are, every time we show this platform to people, they come up with so many different ideas for how they can use the platform and how they can connect with their audiences and build new experiences. And that's what we're most excited about, along with giving creators and experts a new way to monetize their audience and a new revenue stream. We're excited to see the way people use this. And it may be, sharing, the e-commerce storefronts that they've built on Launchcart. It may be, sharing the idea of Launchcart with other influencers, celebrities, and more. And we hope that, if you have a Launchcart store and you are meeting with a fan or a follower we hope that you can easily then say, hey, because we've had a great experience here, I want to give you a discount on my Launchcart store, and you can now get this t-shirt that's only available for a limited time. So we want to make all those types of experiences possible and make it as easy as possible for the experts and the creators.
Very cool. Well, didn't mean to interrupt you. You can dive back in though.
No, that's great. That's great. So how does this work? Let's kind of like get into the core elements of this product, of this platform, really. There's 4 big elements that I want to talk about first. And the first is a marketplace. Sometimes we talk about this as like the Amazon of video conferencing. And that's because we really are trying to build a place where, whether you're an expert, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a celebrity, or anyone who's interesting, like I said, your fans and followers can come to this marketplace, find you, and have a conversation with you. They can pay to meet with you. And they do that by coming to your platform, your profile, and easily scheduling a time, paying for your time, and getting a confirmation so they know that you'll be on a private, secure platform. There's really power in all of these elements being on one platform at the same time. You could probably do this with an email address and an assistant and Calendly and Zoom and PayPal. But as you're probably thinking, as I go through all those, it's going to be expensive, and it's kind of annoying, right? If you're sending your fans or your followers through all these different platforms and you are asking them to create logins for each one and remember which ones they have to go to for what, it's a bad user experience. It's a bad brand experience. And we know that brand is extremely important to the creators, experts, celebrities, and more that we are bringing to this platform. So we want this experience to be as seamless and professional and white glove as possible. So we've brought all those elements into one platform. And another thing you'll see as we go through this is the elements of this platform are clean and crisp and very minimal. And the reason for that is we want this to be, I'll just jump back here. We want this to be a place where you can bring your brand and not be afraid that it will clash with anything else, right? Your brand is the element that's going to stand out here on this platform. And then you can be whoever you want to be on here, and your fans and followers can know who they're going to be meeting with. So let's talk about how this works. Let's get into some deeper elements of the platform. The first page that your fans and followers will see as they come to the With website, and right now it's built as a website, so you can use it on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, on any device, is the marketplace. And this part of the platform is all about access. This is where someone comes to access the celebrity or the influencer or the creator on the platform. So you as a creator or an influencer will be able to create a profile with different tags, and you will be your fans and followers will be able to find you in these different categories by searching for those tags, searching for your name, and you can kind of drill down more and more as you get into these categories. We want to make it really easy for people to find and access the people they want to meet with. The second important part of this, and I'll show a video about all this in a second that shows kind of how it works. The second part about this is connection. This is the profile page. This is where connection happens. On the profile page, see here, we've got an attorney on here because we think this is a place for professionals as well. But the good thing about this attorney is he's a very good looking attorney. He could also probably be a model or a movie star, who knows. But here on his profile page, which he could also just share a link to this profile page on his Instagram or his LinkedIn or Twitter, and people can come directly to this profile page without going through the marketplace. But on this profile page, you'll see that people can schedule a time, pay for it, and get a confirmation in just a matter of seconds. And it's really that easy. And the power here happens because the creator or the expert sets their availability on the back end. And by doing that, they're able to show their customers, their fans, their followers that these are the times they're available. And if you want to meet with me at these times, all you have to do is choose a session type, and you can have multiple session types. You can say, a 10-minute meet and greet, a 30-minute Q&A, or an hour-long deep dive. It's all up to you. You set the prices for that too. And you choose set your dates and your availability. Someone comes in, pays, and gets a confirmation. So this part is about connection. And then the final part of the experience is, or of the platform, is about experience. And this is where you have the face-to-face interaction with your fan or your follower. And we've tried to make this as easy and as powerful as possible. So during a session, again, you'll see more about this in the video, you'll be able to share your screen, share documents, send messages, and even extend the time of the session if your fan wants to pay a little bit more to meet with you for a little bit longer. And this as well works in any browser on any device. So whether you're doing this on your computer, your phone, or your tablet, your fans can meet with you on those devices as well. So you want to see this in action? Should I pull up the video? Can you see it?
I want to see it in action. So okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. So this is, like I said, the homepage here. We've got featured hosts that we're bringing into the platform as we work with different celebrities and influencers. We want to build featured experiences with them and make sure that they're creating the types of experiences that their fans and followers want to have. This is the marketplace, like I talked about, and you can scroll through here, find different individuals. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to see this very handsome attorney's profile. You can see another important part of this profile is the ability to set a video that plays automatically when your fans or followers come on. And we like that because then you can tell your fans and followers what they should expect when they meet with you. You can also put photos and videos here if you're an attorney / model and you need to show off some pictures of yourself. And then let's look a little bit at how this setting up a session and paying for a session works. So from the customer, the fan side, they'll just come in here, choose a session type, choose a date that they'd like to meet with you, and choose a session time. And then they simply book their session. And if they haven't created a login, they just quickly create a login. They pay for their time, putting in their credit card number or using PayPal or Apple Pay, and then they get a confirmation. And it really is that easy. We've tried to make this so easy because we know that, you and I know this right now doing this webinar, there's a lot going on. And it's great that we have a platform that we can do these webinars on, and it takes care of a lot of the nitty gritty, all the details for us. And this type of a platform takes care of the payments, scheduling, privacy for the hosts, the creators, and the experts so that they can focus on the face-to-face interactions. And that's again what this is all about, is delivering experiences to people who want to access you and monetizing those experiences so you can continue doing the things that you love. So you'll see here during this face-to-face interaction, it's really easy to share your screen, share a message, send a document, and even, you'll see this in a little bit, even increase your session type. Like I said, if you're having a great experience and you want to give them the opportunity to talk with you a little bit longer, they can put in their credit card, or it's probably already in there already, and they choose confirm, and you're able to keep talking. And it takes away all the awkwardness and the the trepidation of, oh, well, you got to pay a little bit more to meet longer. No, it's super easy, and you can continue to talk and have a great experience. And then when this is another great part about this, when the session's over, there's no like awkward, like, oh, hey, I got it, okay, I got to go. This has been, it just, it's got a timer on there. It tells you the session's almost up, and then the session ends when the session is supposed to end. And we find that that's actually really important for creators and celebrities and influencers as well, because it takes away the awkwardness and they're able to focus on the experience. Any questions about that video or the demo parts of the product so far?
Well, not for me, and I don't know if John or David want to make any comments, but for me, I look at it and I just go, the possibilities are endless on who can use this. Like you showed, a lawyer, but it could be an educator. People that run learning management systems. We're teaching people, whether it's Facebook advertising or marketing strategies. It really kind of is endless where it can go, of being a platform to help me charge for my time and monetize, my relationship or my expertise.
That's exactly.
Yeah, I think it's a great point. We get asked all the time about like apps like Clubhouse and some of those that are seeing that rise in success and people engaging with it, and how do we see ourselves fitting in that space? And I think really those audience building apps are just proof of concept for us that, yeah, you're going on Clubhouse and you're hosting a room or a speaker on a room, and you're talking to hundreds or thousands of people, and you're doing that for free, which is great, providing value, building your brand. But then if you want to monetize it, how do you go and do that, right? You can put a link to your With profile in your Instagram bio, in your Twitter bio, on your LinkedIn page, and you can instantly monetize that expertise that you've been providing for people at a large scale. And now I can hone in and talk specifically to John and his problems and work with him with my expertise on whatever that might be, whether I'm an attorney, the video editing guru of the world. Those are the opportunities that we're really seeing is just turnkey for this. I mean, if you're one of those people, then to me, this is just, it's self-evident that this is the next step.
Yeah, no, very cool. And I don't know if this is part of your presentation, we haven't really talked about it, but where does it fit within the competition and the other sites that are doing something kind of like this, but not necessarily like what you're doing? Cameo or something.
Let me bring up a little slide for you, if that's cool.
Okay.
This is in a different deck, but give me 1 second and I'll bring it up.
Okay.
Let's see. Give me 4 seconds and I'll bring it up. Okay, here we go. Cool. Can you still see my presentation here?
Yep.
Okay. We got a little bit of a matrix here. All right. On this axis, this side is any platform that allows you to broadcast to an audience, right? On Twitter or on Facebook or Instagram, you can make a post or a video and you can broadcast it out to a group of people. Masterclass lets celebrities or high-end, high caliber experts create high production classes and then broadcast them out to a group of people that pay for it. That's super cool. Same as Twitch, right? Over here, you have platforms that are more face-to-face. FaceTime, Skype, Zoom. Airbnb has some online experiences. This axis is about accessing anyone in your network or accessing anyone. So down here, on Snapchat or on FaceTime, I can communicate with the people that I already know and love. Super cool. We're very grateful for those kind of platforms. And then as we go up this axis, we get into things like Twitch again, or Cameo or Twitter that give me experiences or access to people that aren't in my network, celebrities, experts, content creators. And With lives in a sweet spot between these two axes. Face-to-face experiences with anyone, whether they're in your network or not, and probably people who aren't in your network. We want you to be able to access face-to-face anybody who's on this platform. And if they're on this platform, you know that they've made their schedule available for you to pay for a time to meet with them. Does that answer your question?
Yep. No, it makes a lot of sense. Very cool. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. I imagine one of your next questions is like, how much this costs, right?
Wait a sec. It costs money? What?
We've tried to make that super easy. In order to just keep the platform up, and be able to provide the services that we want to for creators, we take just 20% of any session fees charged by the host. So say a host charges $200 for a 45-minute session, and that's a long session. You could, your fans may just be down to pay that much for a 5 or 10-minute meet and greet. But if you charge $20, we only take 20% of that. And the members pay all the service fees. And so that's for credit card charges, et cetera. So you don't have to worry about any of that coming out of your bill as well. Thankfully, we also aren't affected by the Apple's App Store's marketplace rules either, since it's all built on the website. And so there's no 30% coming out from Apple or anything like that either. So, there's a little headline over here. If you charge $200 for a 45-minute session 4 times a day, you could be making over $1,200 a day. And we try to make it that easy. If you have an audience that is interested and eager and willing and avid and wants to meet with you, it really is that simple to use this platform and start making money. And hopefully the creators and celebrities and influencers watching us right now can see that and understand that. We're here for the creators and the influencers and experts who have audiences and need a way to monetize those audiences and further their career. And we've tried to build a platform and a pricing structure that makes that possible. Yeah.
So that's pretty straightforward, right? That you're taking a fee, maintaining the systems, and getting that all up and going. How does the marketing of this work? Now, obviously, as an influencer, I have my own database. I'm going to be able to market it myself, and I would be, if I want to make money, I'm going to do that. But because you guys have a marketplace, is there a way that you're going to bring me money that I didn't even expect because you're doing a little bit of marketing or bringing some traffic to the marketplace?
Let's let our CMO answer that question. David?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so the answer is yes, is you're going to get access to more people. Rising tide lifts all ships, right? So as more members start coming to find the people that they want to meet with, you're going to get access into audiences that previously didn't know who you were, but because of cross-pollination, you're going to get access and people are going to be seeing who you are. You're going to be able to, promote yourself, co-promote yourself with other people the same way we're doing right now on our platform, so that people will see who you are, engage with you, be able to book sessions. And I'll do that all, within our marketplace, searching and finding you. And then ultimately, yes, we will be doing marketing to drive people to end users to our website to find hosts just like you, and make sure that you are getting additional traffic outside of your own market or your own network that you're driving to your own profile. We want to make sure that we are supporting the featured hosts on our platform and making sure that it's a successful adventure for you as well.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. I think that's really kind of a key metric. And as you guys kind of get rocking and rolling, the bigger it's like you said, that rising all tide, the tide rises all boats. But in reality, as you get more momentum, that momentum's just going to drive lots of stuff to that marketplace.
Right.
And you probably going to have, do you have any technology and artificial intelligence or some algorithms or something that kind of starts to put people into the right place based on maybe what they're searching for, what they're looking for? Or is it just an alphabetical database? How's that work in the marketplace?
Our marketplace is right now built using categories and tags. So we have, let's see if I can jump back a little bit to the experience of setting up a profile. As you set up your profile, the platform will ask you, of course, for some basic information, but then it's going to ask you, how do you plan on using with? Ask you to help, put a little welcome message in and everything, but it'll also ask you to choose some tags that will correlate with the types of experiences you want to provide on here and the type of professional or expert or celebrity or creator that you are to your fans and followers. And we use those tags and this information to make you as searchable as possible on the marketplace. And then, of course, as the marketplace grows, we'll be able to gain more data about everyone on there and make it even easier for people to find you. But another, I think, important point as we're still building this marketplace is the sooner you can get on here and become a member of the With marketplace, the sooner we can start to feature you as a featured host or share you with our fans and followers on our social media and in our pay-per-click ads. And eventually, of course, we'd like to have a really large marketplace with a lot of people that we are promoting. But initially, the first people on this marketplace, we're going to promote the hell out of them. We're going to make sure that everybody in our network and in our market knows about the people on this marketplace. So I think I really want people to know that the sooner you're on here, the sooner we can do everything in our power to market you specifically to the people that we believe and that Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn believe are going to want to pay to meet with you.
That's very, very, very cool. And I think of it, I've done a fair amount of digital marketing myself. And I think that idea that I can just go, and again, part of the problem is, you're an Instagram person or a YouTuber, you have your organic reach, but then I got to pay to get in front of other people. But it will be nice to, I even will work with you guys if you want me to, is if I'm an influencer, I got 1 million fans and I start spending money to advertise my fans about this new platform, what's that arbitrage or what's that ROI? And I think even though they're still getting 80%, you're getting 20% to maintain the platform and provide customer support and a superior platform. There's probably plenty of money in it for them to really start driving that, getting that brand awareness that this tool is available. And then their momentum will take off, and then it just rings the cash register for them every available spot they have.
Exactly. It's kind of Gestalt-esque, where the more people we can bring to this platform, the better it is for everyone. So, you may have a very specific audience, but then another person on the marketplace has an audience that's specific to, but overlaps with your audience, and they'll be able to see you on there and pay to connect with you.
I think what you guys have hit on really well is like the nature of building a digital marketplace is you have two things you have to kind of grow simultaneously, which is your supply and demand. And today we're talking to the demand side, right? Where you are the folks who people are going to be in demand to talk to. And at the same time, we have to grow the supply. And thankfully, a lot of you folks have audiences already that as you join our platform, you bring the supply side to it, the people who want to meet you. And so with that, Greg nails it, that what we're able to do at that point is then, you're able to see the own economics of how you're able to drive revenue through this platform and the investment that you'll be able to make in yourself by saying, okay, well, I do want to go out and maybe purchase some ad space, run a LinkedIn or Facebook campaign to get people to see my With profile and then come and meet with me. And you'll see generate revenue right off the bat with that. And then B, what Ken was just saying is any of us here who have built a brand, whether it be personal or a business, whatever it might be, how many moving parts there are and how many times you need to find an expert in something different and the different times you need to talk to someone about setting up a website, and now I need to get a video to put on that website, and now I need someone who can edit those videos after I find out how to code and put it on my website in the first place. And that cross-pollination on our platform, we believe, is going to be huge, because if you come here looking for an expert or come here looking to engage with somebody, chances are that they're going to kind of ping pong around and say, okay, now that I talked to him, I have more questions. So now I'm going to go to John. And after I talk to John, now I need a Ken in my life, which is literally how this company started. Was John had the idea and started to get down the road, and then he needed a Ken, and then Ken started to get down the road, and then I just couldn't stop going to coffee with Ken without him bringing up this company before he would make me get in on it. And so now we're all here, and it's just proof that these types of contacts and engagements are already happening organically in our lives. This is just an opportunity to monetize it. We're not inventing the wheel. The way I always think about it is we've had instances like this before. We used to carry a phone, what are they even called? An iPod, not an iPhone, an iPod and a wallet in our pockets. And now we just have an iPhone, or if you're not cool, an Android. And this is that instance again where.
Okay, so that's an S21, baby.
Greg,
there you go.
I have an iPhone now.
Greg.
Do you want to know how uncool I was in high school? Well, maybe this is my dad's fault because he was an IT guy and did not believe in using Apple products. But I didn't have an iPod. I had an MP3 player by RCA.
I got you all.
Yeah.
John and I, we had Sony Walkmans.
That's right. You're old school.
I had Sony Walkmans. That was the first thing that I ever owned. That and a little Bow Wow CD. So started off great.
You know, I love what you're talking about too, and my marketing brain is going off the charts. You know, now that we're kind of doing this live stream, like I could use a live stream to send them to my with page, right? And then I call it a tripwire, get them to pay me money to buy part of my time. And then as that, I can sell my consulting services. I can sell my, whatever that is, like whatever that is, I want to try to upsell or get involved in the funnel. I can do that.
Exactly.
So business people can use it. Professionals can use it. Teachers, educators. And really it kind of comes down to, and I keep thinking about LaunchCart users going, you know, LaunchCart sellers, there's kind of like, there's some kind of people that don't want to be on video. They don't want to talk to people. Okay, that's fine. Go to this platform, find people that you can get involved with your brand, your messaging, what's going on. Like I'll give you an example right now. So here's a real world example, everybody. And no one can go take this idea. Everyone raise your right hand, say, I promise I won't take your idea. No. So one of the celebrities we're working with is called Karen. And Karen, she's got a charity for trafficking and bondage, like, you know, keeping kids out of trafficking and bondage. And she wants to launch some free Britney shirts and some free Britney hats, because what's happening to Britney Spears, I didn't know this stuff. Like I don't follow that stuff, but I saw it on the news and I kind of read about it. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this happens in America.
Ken will talk to you for hours about it.
So think about, I could go to your platform. I could start scouring people there and go, oh, that's somebody who probably loves Britney, or I could tell, oh, I could, you know, I read some quotes, you know, and I could pay money. And I'm a guy, I don't mind to pay to play. I really don't, because I know that I'm a good enough persuader and I have great ideas. Just like when I paid to play to get on with Nathan and shared Nathan what LaunchCart's all about. Now he's an ambassador and a client of ours. I would go to your platform, and that's the fastest, easiest way is pay money, get FaceTime with them, tell them your pitch, tell them your story. And so you think about like the Shark Tank or the Pitch Tank. It's like too, right?
So that's exactly what we've talked about. Is anyone from someone who already has the funding or the idea. And, you know, I think about it, it's just like, if I'm in college and I have an idea for a startup and I somehow land the, you know, meeting of a lifetime with an angel investor, the first time I put that deck in front of an investor shouldn't be, or I hope it isn't, in that actual meeting. I would come to a website like book a business consultant, entrepreneur, an angel investor, walk him through my deck, and then get feedback beforehand. And then you can A, hedge your bets there, or B, we've talked about, even in our own way, of how are we going to market this platform. Like you can, on Cameo, you can go and pay people to read a script. We could go pay people on Cameo to read a script about how much better With is compared to Cameo. And so we're just a better version of that, where it's talking with someone rather than talking to them. And so it doesn't do, in your instance, Greg, much good to have someone read back to you, LaunchCart is such a good company, you should really go there. Thanks. Have a good one, Greg. But on our platform, you can come and talk to somebody. I can pay to talk to Greg about how great With is, and then he'll come and bring his people over, and it becomes a much more symbiotic win-win relationship. Or I'm just a big believer in mutually beneficial relationships, and I think this platform is going to facilitate so many of those.
Oh, that's beautiful. I decided to share my screen and pull up the website. Where do we want to go with this? Like, where are you guys at with launching? I know you haven't officially launched yet. You're allowing pre-signups, but tell us where you're at and kind of what's the call to action for everybody.
Yeah, so we are testing the product right now. We're just doing some finishing touches. we are hoping to get the initial group of users on there. Cross your fingers, August 1st. So for anyone who wants to sign up for our wait list, if you scroll to the top there and click join as a host, then all they have to do is click that secure my spot button, and they will be able to put their information in, join our wait list, and we will keep them up to date as we get closer and closer to that launch. And again, I just want to say, like, the sooner you get on here, the sooner we can use the money we have to market you specifically on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. That's our marketing plan.
That goes back to mutually beneficial relationships, yeah. Right? Like, you're going to come on here and you're an early adopter. Your success is our success. And so you have really nothing to lose. If you think that you're a great success story waiting to happen on this platform, we're not just going to let you do that on your own. We are going to run with you to make that come true.
Exactly.
No, I love that. And that's kind of LaunchCart's philosophy as well. It's like, look, because of our freemium model, and basically you guys have the same thing, right? If they don't generate sales and revenues, you don't make any money. So you're there, just like with LaunchCart, our success is your success. So talk to me about join as a member.
So this is a place where we want our hosts, fans, and followers to be able to join the wait list as well. And this is where they won't be joining as a host, where they will be, sharing their availability and letting people meet with them, but they'll be able to join the wait list and keep up to date so that they can know when the marketplace launches and when they can use it to meet with all the people that they never thought they could.
So by signing up and hitting that join as a member, they'll be the first to be notified when you're actually live. You'll send an email out saying, okay, we're live. Go get your influencers to promote your brand, your product, your service. Go talk to your favorite celebrities. Go get your backstage VIP experience, correct?
Exactly. Yep, that's right.
Very cool. Very cool.
Right. Cool.
One last takeaway I want to leave with you, Greg, is we always have paradigm shifts in society, right? You look at you went from cassette tapes, eventually went to DVDs, or CDs in your car. In the music, in the world of movies, it went from Blu-ray, then it went to the disc, then it went to digital, then it went streaming, right? And all of a sudden, everything's streaming. The same thing.
Do you have cable, Greg? Do you pay for?
Do I have what?
Show? Do you pay for?
No, I have Cox Cable. I've been a Cox Cable customer forever.
The Android phone kicked me off on that. I was like, someone still pays for cable and not just streaming.
Hey, I'm 59, man. Come on.
So the point I was getting to, though, was things shift and people shift along with it, right? We all kind of follow in line with it. And so when YouTube came along, I used to be in video production years ago, and YouTube came along, it lowered the bar in a sense, but it raised the ability for us to do video production at a different quality that was never seen before. Before, you had to go get broadcast quality production done. YouTube came along and it was like, hey man, this is cool. I don't have to have, a full lighting kit and a full Sony deck to go in there. It's worth $100,000 to film a commercial. I can actually do it from my phone. And we fell in line with it, right? As consumers, we realized and gained that knowledge to say, hey, I can go do this now, this kind of production, without having to have all this equipment. Well, the same thing's happening here. Gallup came up with a Gallup poll back in April that said 52% of people plan on working from home, either full-time or part-time, from here on out after the pandemic. People are now been kind of brought into a position where they go, hey, I can do Zoom, or I can do these kind of things live like this on video. I don't have a problem with it. I've got a dog walking in the background. I've got people walking through whatever. People accept it now as part of the norm. And so what we've done is create a product. And believe me, people said to me after we came out with Rave, it's like, wow, you guys are so smart. You came out during the pandemic. And we're like, no, we just happened to luck into that. And I don't mean that in like we're lucky we had a pandemic. I mean, it just happened to be a weird timing. But now people accept this ability to jump on and have these connections with other people. And I think it's important for us to let your audience know that being able to be part of the With family is just an extension now of what we've been doing for the last year. People understand, they accept, and they actually gather around these new technologies like this. And so I think we've got a lot of ability here between our talent, our team, to put together something that's going to be fantastic for the whole world to see and to be able to use in so many different verticals in so many different ways. And we're learning every day of new ways in which we can leverage this technology. So we thank you for allowing us to come on today.
Well, no, I look at it, and again, everyone knows, the partnerships that we're creating with LaunchCart are going to bring benefits to LaunchCart sellers and users, but also you guys are going to help introduce LaunchCart to all your influencers and to all your experts, because every single one of them might want to have a merchandise store or an e-commerce store, or be able to be talking and going, hey, how'd you like to pick up, my CD? Like right now we're finalizing, I forgot to tell you this a couple days ago, but we're finalizing digital downloads for LaunchCart. So you'll be able to sell your music, your digital, digital products, whatever that might be. So that'll be all part of the e-commerce platform that you can be able to sell that kind of stuff. So,
yep. And on that note too, I mean, imagine being able to hey, if you book a session with me on With, you'll get this exclusive, piece of merchandise, et cetera, that no one else gets access to. And if you're somebody with an audience who, has that social currency of, oh, I got to meet with you, et cetera, and they're going to go and share that out later, like think of concert t-shirts, the premium that you can charge for those is pretty astronomical. And so this just gives you another moment to say, oh, here's a variation on some piece of merchandise that I'm already selling on LaunchCart, but I'll augment. And so now, hey, the next 50 sessions on With, all of you guys will have access to purchase during our session this type of merchandise, or this one-off merchandise piece, et cetera. And it just gives another avenue to create a sellable, engageable moment with audiences. And those types of relationships, again, we're going to see those extensions built out continually inside of With, and with great partners like you, Greg.
No, and Relentless Journey Queen Tiva is saying, I want to monetize my online store. How can I do that? Right. And that's, here's another idea for you that I talked to John about when we very first talked. I love raising money for charities. I think it's great to help give back. I think it's great to use merchandise to do that. And a lot of times you can kind of go find these celebrities and influencers and say, hey, look, I'll manage the merchandise sales, the fulfillment, the sales, the store and everything. You go promote it, and then I'll take, and you will raise money for your charity. I've done dozens of deals with celebrities and influencers, and I just went to their publicist and I said, hey, I want to raise money for your client's charity. And they love it because it makes them look good to get press about them raising money for the charity or somebody else's charity. And then you kind of get that way. So there's just a lot of ways you can kind of do this. It's just about thinking outside the box. And because of our partnership and us working together, we'll continue to share ideas, and we'll bring them back in a couple of months and talk about the updates and the post-launch and what's working and what's not working. And we'll have the inside scoop because we're partnering. So we're going to have the inside scoop and give you guys, the best practices and what's working, what's not working.
Absolutely.
Love it.
For sure. We're excited, man. We're glad you're excited too. It's always fun to show this to people, and they're just like, oh my God. Like I showed this to someone who works at a talent agency today, and he was like, yes. Like, yeah, the moment people hear about this, they're going to want to use it. I mean, that's what we showed this to Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings and Stranger Things. And he was like, yeah, I mean, it's a way for people to make money. Why wouldn't they want it? And that's exactly what we want to hear. We want people just like the individual who just commented on their Journey Relentless. We want her to be able to use this to monetize her personal brand and be able to keep doing the things that she loves to do. So
it's very cool. All right, is there any last little thoughts or comments that we should bring up that we haven't brought up? And if there's any last questions, go ahead and ask them, and we'll put them on the screen and get your questions answered. I don't see any other questions coming in. But any other thoughts that we didn't share that we should share?
Share it with your friends too. If you have a network of people who you think could use this product, we want to make sure that anyone you refer, you'll actually get 20% of the revenue that we get through them. So we're trying to build a partner network here too, where people can refer the celebrities that are in their network and benefit in the same way we do. So
it's our affiliate program.
Yeah, very cool. No, that's good to know. I forgot about that. So everybody, multiple streams of income. Tag somebody. Go sign up. get your membership signed up, get your hosting account set up, and then email them about their affiliate program, and then get out there and let's all start marketing this thing and let's blow it up. The more successful they are, the more successful LaunchCart's going to be. The more successful LaunchCart's going to be, the better off everyone's going to be.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's call it a day, everyone. I sure appreciate it. And I always end every video I ever do with this saying, because one of my mentors taught me you have to have a signature ending. And my signature ending is, do what I do, wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude, tell somebody you love them, and I promise you'll have a better day. This is Greg Ryder signing off. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Greg.
guys.
Appreciate it.